When the boy was playing, a basketball fell through the window. At that moment, the little girl was walking with her mother to buy a hamburger when she was suddenly hit by the ball and lost consciousness on the spot. The woman upstairs immediately scolded her son for playing with the ball like that. The man beside her, however, told her not to blame the little boy and said that it was the fifth floor that couldn't hit anyone. He went to the window to look outside and only saw a rolling ball, not someone being hit. The woman hurriedly called 120, crying and begging the doctor to save the child. The woman then called her husband, explaining that her daughter had been hit by a ball thrown from a height and telling him to come over quickly. The man, however, did not believe it, thinking it was a lie made up by the woman to trick him into coming home to be with them. Soon, the police, based on the surveillance footage, quickly identified the perpetrator as the window of a household on the 5th floor. That household was precisely the first love that the husband had been with all along and her son. The police came to the door and informed him that they would take the little boy for investigation. When the man learned that his daughter had been smashed, his first reaction was to suspect that his wife had deliberately set up a trap. He even scolded his wife for not calling the police, fearing that it would affect the future of their first love child. She also forgave the boy on behalf of her wife and refused to let the police take him away. The police replied that if it was really the case, a letter of forgiveness from the victim's family would have to be obtained. The man immediately called his wife. Not only did he not care about his daughter's safety, but he was also determined to defend the perpetrator and even forced her to give her a letter of forgiveness. His wife had no time to talk nonsense about the golden 30 minutes of rescue for his daughter, got on the ambulance and rushed to the hospital. Seeing that his wife was unwilling to sign a letter of forgiveness, the husband went downstairs and drove frantically after the ambulance, disregarding his daughter's safety. He overtook on the highway until he forced the ambulance to stop. At this moment, the wife got out of the ambulance.